Ready. All right. We are back with episode 5, Cinco in Spanish for my native Spanish speakers, with Are We There Yet podcast. And we are joined by a plethora of people, some of which might not have their cameras on, not because they're camera shy, but because of technical difficulties. But I'm also joined here with Miss Infranco. Give it up. Let's go. Round of applause. Round of applause. Miss Infranco was nice enough to join us with her wellness session. Her wellness session got taken over a bit right now. We are here with it, and we wanted to tap in and make sure we showcase what Miss Infranco does. So, Miss Infranco, by all means.
Welcome to yoga. So this is a group we have on Wednesdays from 12:30 to 1:15, 1:30, depending on how we're vibing. And this is a time and space to shut down, disconnect from your computer, take a deep breath, fix your posture, stand up a little taller, lift your chin up, breathe, and feel better and feel relaxed. So the goal of this is to move your body and to get away from the computer. We spend way too much time staring at a computer and in this rounded position. And we are working on opening and lengthening and stretching. So that's our goal. And our goal here is we're small but strong. Not everybody can make it today. They said to send their apologies, but we have a small crew and we jam every week.
That sounds great. It really does. I mean, to be honest, I was in one of your sessions. I believe it was last week. We did a PD with staff, and I mean, maybe I wasn't doing it as expertly as you were and some of the other staff, but it was definitely great. It was more than needed. So I, again, commend you on the work that you do and what you showcase for us. And that's why, again, I wanted to just let the people know. If I could ask, what do you think is one, I guess, go-to move you can probably do, like, I guess within maybe like a 15-minute break or something like that? We do get fatigued and you're just sitting there and you're like, oh my goodness. What's one go-to move that you would suggest?
Oh gosh, there's so many. Well, it depends. Are we seated on a couch? Where are we in retrospect of our home?
Okay, we just finished binging on Netflix, have potato chips all over our face, and we need to look presentable for Zoom. What do we do?
Well, you take the potato chips, you throw them in the garbage, you brush off your face, you shake out your shirt, then you sit up tall.
Okay.
What I like to do is if I'm spending way too many hours in one fixed posture, I just like to first sit up tall and find a long spine. So what this can look like, instead of rounding down and having that turtle-like back, Steven's demonstrating the turtle really well here.
Sure.
Can you find more length in your spine by sitting up tall, rolling your shoulders back? So at first I like to start with maybe taking some deep breaths. Let me take this off so you can see. So like as I breathe in, I lift my shoulders really high. And I exhale, I drop them all the way down. You can take this 3 or 4 times. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, drop them down. One more. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, drop them down. Sometimes you can take some shoulder rolls back. My personal favorite, I have 2. I take my hands behind my back. I interlace my fingers. So I hold my own hands and I try to take my fingers, my knuckles, and draw them down closer to the floor as I lift my chin. So what this does with your back, it's squeezing your scapula, or the back part of your body, together to help pull your shoulders back. So take a deep breath in. So interlace your fingers, draw them down the lower part of your spine. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, slowly round your shoulders back forward, drop your chin. 2 more times. Inhale, lift your chest, pull your shoulders back. I'll show you from all angles. And exhale, roll your shoulders forward, calm down, chin down. Last time, inhale, arms draw back, shoulders lifting your chin. And exhale, come forward. That is one of my favorite ones to do to get us from here to here. So does anyone feel a difference? I mean, you tell me.
I feel like I sound different. I feel like I want to just go jog and run and eat vegetables all day. That was great.
Second one you can do is if you bring your hands behind your head.
Okay.
Inhale, lift your chin, rest your head heavy on your hands. This is called my layout on a beautiful day pose. So imagine you're laying out in the warm sun and not in the freezing cold winter of New York. And then as you exhale, round your chin into your spine and just feel the pressure of your hands on the back of your head. Take this 2 times. Inhale, lift your chin, rest your head into your hands, let it be heavy. Chin into your spine, round it down. Last one, inhale. Imagine a flashlight right on your sternum, shining high to the sky. And exhale, drop it down. So those are some I like to do for like my head, my neck, my spine. It helps me sit up taller. It helps me actually stay engaged and focused in
Totally
meetings,
didn't fall. Sorry.
classes. You know what I mean?
Yes. Sorry, I fell twice doing that. But it does sound effective. Just make sure you are on a flat surface. Um, but yes, Miss Infranco, these are great tips. These are amazing. I feel like we definitely need more people come into these sessions because it would be awesome to get the entire school community involved. I mean,
I also think too, there's a difference between when we put the word yoga to it versus movement. Know that like, yes, this is yoga based, but it's not like all yoga. Sometimes we do like like sculpting movements. Sometimes it's more upbeat. Sometimes it's more like restorative, resting if we're really just exhausted. So what we do is we show up, we talk about how we're feeling, you type it in the chat, and then I kind of cater to what you need. You guys choose the music, you choose kind of the idea, what our energy is.
what? This sounds like super customizable for like a yoga like
Yeah.
wellness session. That's awesome. Can I ask if there is at any point where you say like, okay, hey, Mr. Jayden Abdeen, thank you for joining us via camera. Is there any point where let's say someone comes in and they said, I'm feeling happy, um, and I want to just continue the happiness. I don't know. Is there a move for that? I know there's probably a move for like, oh, I feel tired and lethargic. Is there a move for happiness?
That's a good question. I think happy. I don't know. Does anyone in here want to speak to that before I do?
Is anybody in here happy?
Ben?
Honestly, I think the best way to move and be happy would be just dancing in general. But I do feel like there are stretches that can be incorporated in order to like supplement that dancing before you do it.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
I hear you. I hear your insight. And also shout out to you for also being a turtleneck wearer today. I didn't give out a memo, but you know, Steven and Jayden are representing right now. I I do like to move, and I really do feel like the movement portion of this is something that would engage a lot of people. Um, I I speak from experience with all this typing and reaching out. Eh, gets kind of mundane. So dancing definitely does sound cool.
Yeah, right.
Any moves that we can probably bust out and show the people? What should we do? Should we do
Mm,
funky chicken? Should we do the stanky leg? I don't know.
we can do whatever.
Well, to be honest,
We have dance party breaks. What they look like is just shaking your whole entire body. So you'll start with your left hand, your right hand, one foot, the other foot. Then you just kind of shake out your whole body. So what that does is it brings new oxygen to your cells and to your body. And you just kind of shake off whatever you don't need. And then you just kind of, whoa, bring in what you do.
so Mr. Franco, I just have to point out though, you are very insightful with what the body needs as far as, you know, just blood circulation, moving around. Is there any one definite thing that you would suggest for all of our viewers and listeners right now that they should do at the end of their day?
At the end, I think just move your body every day for at least 15 minutes, whether it's walking up and down stairs, walk around while you're in a Zoom meeting holding your computer. Like make sure you're just not sitting stagnant all day long, right? Because as we know, when you move your body, you're getting out those like that sitted. Is that a word?
It,
You're getting out whatever that energy is that's building up in your body. And as we know, when you move your body, you sleep better, you feel better, you feel like just you let go of tension. Um, so just move your body, whatever that looks like, whether you're on YouTube looking up a workout video, you're
or
walking, shoveling snow, right? That's a movement. Stretching, sitting up tall, breathing, meditating, right? That all counts.
so then I guess before we do decide to go or maybe jam out, whatever it is that we decide to do with this pod today, I do want to ask one bigger question. Mr. Franco, why do you do what you do?
Oh, that's a good question. Yikes. Why do I do what I do? I do what I do because I love dance and because I always wanted to find a way to use dance and movement to help people. And I told myself when I was 19 years old in my sophomore freshman year of college, I said, I want to use dance to help people. I don't know what that will look like. But then I found this dance therapy field and I said, cool, I'm going to be a dance therapist and I'm going to help people through movement. Then I also got my yoga teaching cert, and now I'm working on my dance teaching certification for New York State. So I'm just kind of checking everything off and finding different ways of helping people, right? So whether it's teaching dance therapy here, doing yoga sessions with students, doing my dance therapy work as a counselor here at Hume 4, teaching outside at my dance studio, having private dance therapy sessions all over New York. It's cool. I get to work in a lot of different modalities and help a lot of different people. So that's it.
I'm glad that you have chosen Hume 4 as one of your stomping grounds, and that's amazing because I believe everybody can benefit from just a little bit of wellness, especially from Miss Infranco. I don't know if anybody else has any questions, or maybe they want to, bust out a move, or maybe say, "Nah, I'm actually a dance expert." Bump that, whatever.
Well, does anybody here want to speak to? I mean, not everybody's here, but does anybody want to speak to like why you show up here? Like, why do you come to yoga? Why do you show up? Why? I mean, it's Wednesday. You don't have to technically be here for this wellness session, but you choose weekly to show up. I know some cameras and mics don't work here, but
I don't know. I just feel like I show up because I feel like during this time, especially since it's quarantine, it's best to socialize and maintain your, I guess, social skills in some way, because that's something that we've all been lacking in the past almost a year. And I don't know, I just feel like that's about it. And I also had a question for Miss Franco. I just wanted to ask, do you recommend aromatherapy, and what are the exact essential oils that you prefer or like that you often use?
Jayden with the heat.
That's a great question. Well, here, let's go on a trip since I'm in my room anyway.
We're moving.
Collection. Going on a road trip. Da-na-na-na-na.
And she said,
all my oils. Yeah. So these are in my room daily. I have some where I work. I have some near my bed. But basically, I have a bunch of different stuff in this little collection of mine. All right. So my personal favorite is this Young Living brand. And I love it because it's certified that you can literally eat it. It's like,
what?
Eat it as in like you can put it in your water, you can put a dab in your food, in your humidifier. It's a company out in Idaho. Certified organic, like 100% pure. It's not like Windex in a bottle that you can get that they sell to you, right? It's like legit. It's definitely costly, but it's worth it. So I think lavender is one of my favorites. I love it because it's calming. It can bring you down from 60 to 1 very, very fast. I find mood boosting. Let me see, where are they in here? Lemon and orange. So if you are anyone that's struggling from depression, anxiety, seasonal affective disorder, right? These things are real. Citrus is the way to go. Tangerine, I think I have in here. So if I'm feeling really sluggish, I just take some of it and I'm like, yes, buddy. Also, I have this one called Stress Away. If I'm feeling really stressed, I just like take a second, breathe it in. I mean, there's tons. Peppermint, if you're feeling sick, or like it has like a little tingly, icy hot kind of feeling, if you've ever used that. So what do I do with these, right? Granted, I'm not going to put peppermint in my drink, even though I could. But if you open it, it should smell great. If it smells really like chemically, I would say stay away from it or read the fine ingredients, Google, right? Use the internet. But what I do is I put my finger on it, I dab it, and you have a few options. One, you could put on your wrist, right? Wrists always get the most absorption with like perfumes. That's why people put cologne on their neck and their wrists, right? I personally like to put it behind my ear, slightly each ear. I know, right? You're probably like, why? I think it just absorbs faster. And then I also like to put a little dab on the one temple and the other temple. These are like our really stressed out kind of trigger points of our body. So as I do it, I also like to put in my hand, take a deep breath in, oh. Let me raise my camera because you can't see my face. But also when I put it here, I just like to close my eyes for a second and just like massage my temples. Sometimes I do this little rainbow with it. And I'm just like anything I don't need, like singing a positive affirmation of like, I will get done what I will get done, or I'm enough, I'm strong, whatever it is that you need, you kind of just take it into your body. And as you just kind of stroke your forehead, rub your temples a few times, and you just like, woosah. Granted, I mean, this is me personally. Like some people put them on their stomachs if you have a really bad belly ache. Some people don't believe in putting them on your body at all. So it's a personal preference, but I love these. I trust this company. I've never had an issue with them before. And I've done my research on these for like 6 years. So not saying I know the best of it, but
you know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to this. I would say we should shout them out.
technically I'm not an expert, but I am in like their Facebook group with a bunch of other people. I know it's
so we definitely should shout them out so they can come on the podcast and we can get some free sponsorship. I mean, anyway, my bad, my fault. Again, all this sounds like valuable information that we definitely desperately need. And I do appreciate all of what you are showing us and giving the insight. Jayden, I don't know if you have any questions. Vanessa, Steven, Rachel, if you have any questions. And Nina, what? Nina Davidson is here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another senior joining us for today. Nina Davidson. I don't know if she wants to show a camera or if she wants to come on and say something, but Nina Davidson, shout out to you. Thank you for stopping by.
I was gonna ask. Miss Infranco, is there any type of like breathing techniques that you recommend? Because I heard of something called like pranayama breathing. Yeah, it has to do with like a rhythmic breathing where like you hold your breath and then like release it in like some sort of formation, but I'm not fully sure.
wow, Jayden, look at you. I'm so happy you listened to me these last 4 years of your high school experience. So it's called pranayama, and it's basically a 3-part breath of working belly. What am I saying? Breathing into your belly, yes, and then holding it at the top. So it's about how do you pull apart your breath where you're not just breathing in and making it like a hyperventilated breath, but how do you take and use your breath to help fuel your body and fill it with like fresh, clean air? And also controlling your breathing helps like slow down your heart rate, right? It helps like, transform your energy levels. But I would say like one good breathing technique to start to get to a pranayama, because it's really difficult to just close your eyes and like get there. I personally love like square breathing or like a 4-count breath. So if you're just going to breathe in and out through your nose, so zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket. You're going to breathe in for 4 and then breathe out of your nose for 6. And so why, you might ask, are you breathing out longer through your mouth? It's because you're basically taking your lungs right here in your body and you're wringing them out like a wet washcloth. So the more carbon dioxide that you exhale, the more oxygen you can take in. So it's about really cleansing and purifying your body through your breath. We can try it if you want, but
is it like a super secret advanced technique? Is that why you?
No. It's actually the most simple of all of them, but the most effective. So ready? If you zip it, lock it, you're gonna breathe in for 4, and then you're gonna breathe out for 6 through your nose. So sit up tall, roll your shoulders down and back. Close your eyes. Breathing in. Here we go for 3, 2, 1. You go. Inhale for 1 and 2. Breathe in 3 and hold it for 4 and 3 and 2. Exhale for 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Here we go. Breathing in for 4. Ready? Here we go. Breathing in for 1, for 2, for 3. Hold it at the top for 4 and 3 and 2. Exhale for 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So usually you do that like 4 to 6 times, and it can also help you refocus, reset, re-energize.
Oh my goodness, I am floating. Laptop is floating. So that was awesome. I feel like a built-in air purifier was in me just now. I think that's literally what it was. That was amazing. Jayden, I don't know how you feel after that, but we're gonna do some pranayama. Promenade? Pomegranate.
It's
Pomegranate session is gonna be next Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, and it's also amazing how movement can have many different forms, right? Like we identify this word as yoga, but it's much more than yoga. It's like just general self-care and movement and like knowledge of your body, right? And that's what we're here.
Do you have any like, I guess, stories of like, oh, I have to explain yoga like till I'm blue in the face, and this isn't really what yoga is? Is there like always these misconceptions?
I think at times people hear yoga and they think these very abstract poses, and then they might get this intimidation or fear of like, I can't look like that, I can't do that, so I'm going to shy away from it. Or maybe the hesitation to slow down and tune inward. Like I know for a while that was my biggest struggle of I'm a go, 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 and I don't know how to stop. So like, yoga's really taught me as a person, how do you stop and slow down? And then that's kind of impacted every area of my life. So I'm learning how to do less, even though technically I don't do less in my life, but I'm learning slowly how to get there.
How do you feel like that's been able to happen? How long did it take you to get to that kind of stillness, so to speak?
Oh, it's a forever process, right? I mean, there's some days where it's like, yes, I'm here. And then there are days where I'm like, I cannot slow down and stop. And I think everyone has that. It's kind of like the life roller coaster that we're all on.
Definitely.
I
How do you
think it's
bring
also
it
being
back?
aware of it.
How do you feel you bring it back to, kind of that, I guess, space where you feel at ease?
I think you just engage in something that you enjoy, right? It doesn't have to look like movement, but just finding stillness and slowing down your body could also look like sitting on the couch and watching a TV show for a full 40 minutes. It could look like playing a game on your phone. It could look like crocheting or knitting if you're into that. It could look like making beads or bracelets. My gosh, working out, cleaning, organizing, right? There's all different things that you can do to help reset your body, slow down, do things that you enjoy.
Everything is yoga. Everything is movement.
Yeah, right. Basically.
Well, I'm glad to get all the insight and feedback from you, Miss Infranco. It has been a joy and a pleasure to be able to pick your brain about some of the things that you are great at and naturally do. I hope you continue to keep us well as we are fighting through what seems to be a crazy pandemic situation, but we're glad that we have the wellness coming from you. And Jayden, thank you very much for joining us. Nina, thank you very much for joining us. Ayutan, join us out of nowhere. Stephen, Vanessa,
Oh,
all great, amazing.
comes late. She's in where are you usually? She's in APUS office hours. So she always comes in for the last half hour.
Well, that's always nice. See, you know what? I'm glad she did. That's why she deserves those starfish points. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna leave right now. Oh.
He's like, I'm not ready to flow yet. Get me out of here.
Don't worry, this isn't gonna have to be part of the recording. I'll cut here and there. But as far as it goes, again, Mr. Franco, you were amazing. You should have your own podcast, the Wellness Pod with Mr. Franco. Okay, never mind. Bloopers. We're gonna be cutting that out. Anyway.
Did anyone just see me fall off my block? I was sitting on my block and I literally just went. Oh my gosh. Should we laugh? Oh my gosh. Aren't these so awkward? It's just like, it's not like do a dance move. Should we just shake it out?
I think, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's.
Head flip or something?
Regular dance break.
Oh my gosh.
But for real, you should be doing your own pod or something like that for the people because you're great. The commentary we got from the last yoga session we did at the PD, that's why I said, hey, I gotta get Mr. Franco on here. And lo and behold, we got a lot of insight and amazing tips to help us go through what will hopefully be a shorter pandemic. But other than that,
really quick, Vanessa or Steven, is there anything that you guys want to add or IO from this practice? Like things that you've noticed, growth in yourself? I mean, I think as important as it is for me to speak about it, right? You're the ones actually doing it and showing up. You can type it, you can speak it.
type it, speak it.
It's up to you.
Every voice. Oh, she's more calm. Io says she's more calm. Isn't that the best? especially in this time. Ooh, what did Vanessa say? Vanessa said, I've noticed that yoga helps me feel a lot more peaceful. That's awesome.
Love it.
Anyone else?
It's like the commitment they're making to themselves to show up. And I think that's really cool to be able to say, like, hey, every Wednesday I'm going to show up because I know I'm going to feel better.
Yes.
Wrote too.
Says helps me relax and be calm. See, rave reviews. Right now, you should have a yoga yo.
Would I have 5 stars here?
There you go. Yeah, 5 stars. Drop some 5 stars in the chat. Let's go. Come on, fire emojis. Let's go. Seriously. Yes, 5 out of 5. Thank you. Vanessa Green said 5 out of 5. Jayden Abdeen gave you 5 stars. I think it was 6. No, it's 5. Oh, that's amazing. Look at these rave reviews coming in.
How kind.
Yeah, see even more stars. Throw some more stars in the chat.
On the podcast, are they able to see the chat?
Well, they won't be able to see the chat, but what I feel like I can do, maybe.
You have them like the stars just fly.
Yes. See, there you go. See, this is why we have all these great minds coming together. Steven said 5 stars too. Amazing. That's great. This, for real though, I am gonna be leaving though. Because I have another episode to edit, but also some other things to get in the works. Jayden, be on the lookout. Nina, be on the lookout. Anyone else, be on the lookout. We have some big things.
Friends, thanks for showing up. This is definitely cool.
Thank you for allowing this.
Thanks for being here. And recording.
Okay, and then it's done.